I really was just muted this whole time. That's fine. I was saying, welcome. Thank you, everybody who dropped in, and it's okay if you are not into spooky games. Um, Not everybody likes spooky games. Different people want different things from their video games, and I don't blame them one bit. Because there are tons of games out there that I'm just like, this doesn't speak to me. This is not something I want to engage with. So regardless of reason, it's perfectly okay. But here we go with spooky game time. Silently continue to the cabin. Proceed. Just gonna stab her. Game audio. Window. Should be bouncing now. Sweet.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I mean, she ain't lied to me yet.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
All right, narrator. You're unreliable.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Absolutely.
Focus on the task at hand.
Or not. We don't know.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Knife goes in. Blood comes out.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
No words, only stab.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
This seems not fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is it. isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I sure as shit hope so.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Nah.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
Too late. Very excited.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Why the hell not? If she dead, then it's a dead body.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Right.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
So why not check the body?
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden
She got
stab
me.
in your side.
She got me. No, she got me.
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here.
It's too late.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort.
Should have just left.
The little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Why are you so excited?
See you around.
Yeah, you will.
You were so close.
Next
Why did you hesitate?
playthrough, we're definitely dipping.
Doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Right. Because obviously we are the offended party.
Revealing what must once fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor.
Nah, she's got a knife.
Your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Don't hide the knife. I know you got it.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Yeah, cut her down.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win.
Yep.
We just have to strike now.
Stabby stab.
Make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Absolutely our meat.
Hers, at first. Then yours.
Hee.
Hee hee? Really?
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Fair.
You're going to die now.
Yeah, I've got that part.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Amen.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy.
Same.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
Who
the
holds
cheated is a
cards
bro
now?
so far.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
That is too much responsibility.
Impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Yeah, we take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We'll win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Through the mirror.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
No idea what a door is.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick.
Do
If
iron
we
and
can't
steel
sense it,
smell
feel it,
different?
We can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach
Make
the
your way to
mirror.
the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Fair.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Nah, we're getting stabbed again.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Right, like, there's not a whole lot of difference here, and that's concerning.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
I mean, if they don't exist anymore, then do they?
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal victim
Yikes!
the sound of slicing meat. The
Mm.
princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
That's bad. It's real bad.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah,
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
same. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try to flirt with her. Absolutely not. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. Mood. We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. I disagree, bro. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. There is a reason we can't talk this out. She wants to kill you. We're going to unconditionally surrender it. That gets you stabbed. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. What better? Nah, we're just gonna try and kill her.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Kill her first.
A win's a win.
She does have sword arms.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares?
I care.
Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
Then you skewer yourself. Ow.
Ow.
Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Oh, a new one of us.
Yep.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Where there is life, there is hope.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Just invite more voices in. That'll be
We
great.
don't need any other voices chattering about it here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really weird.
I'm kind of on board with that idea.
Come on, show me something new.
All of these ideas suck. Think of something better. Oh, it doesn't work and she kills you again. And again. And again. And again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her.
Yeah, she's just gonna be a knife leaning up against the wall.
That was luck. We only have to get lucky once. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
Yeah.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic! Flee! She skewers you.
Yeah, I'm not wild at fitness
You don't
here.
get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? 1, last time.
Not sure I believe you.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Have you tried gun? It needs more guns.
She skewers you.
Stab.
And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Finally. Mutually assured destruction.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll
Everything
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body.
that can be arranged.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
You should always mind.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I can't argue that too much, and I don't like the idea of agreeing with anything Smitten has to say.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
Right.
They're all the same, really.
They absolutely are not.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only
Also,
thing
hi,
we're
Rex.
gonna manifest
Welcome.
is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
I like cheated.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care. I just want to win.
Fair.
Fine. Make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Show me your hands.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
If it's a giant blade cock, I am here for it.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, she is very cheery about it. I'm glad that she's so excited.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Listen, narrator, shut up and do as you're told.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Yeah, narrator, you're good at one thing, so do it.
Really? Okay then.
Don't be a jackass.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
This is a D&D monster.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Yeah, I can only... Look, what comes next is very clear. You are made of cutting.
Holy shit!
Right.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
I'm gonna need you to take about 10% off of that, Smitten. But we have reached the oops all knives portion of this
Yes,
game.
behold the perfect woman.
Even Stubborn is like, yeah, I'm into it.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Right.
That looked painful.
Right?
How is she still alive?
It's best not to ask questions.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Fake news.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Big mood broken.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Fair.
Narrator?
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Yeah, shut up.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both sides are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Yikes. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. You're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Oh, just a lot of questions here. Is that a rhetorical question? Yeah, the hands are like, I don't know if I want to grab this. This body's spicy. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think anything out there? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Yeah, most of them are kind of dicks.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Nah. We're in this together, for better or worse. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Okay, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
You sure about that?
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and
You're
the princess.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So if this is supposed to be like the last permutation, do we want to just do the march right up and stab her and then like leave? Or do we want to like do something different? Saved. Return. Stabby
Make
stab.
your way up the short path. The interior of the cabin is almost entire. The blade is your. You take the blade. The door to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just...
She's unarmed. If you
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. Do you actually believe this was enough to...
It's like she's convinced. Yes. Even as... But it's over. But is it over?
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
It's because you murdered a princess in cold blood.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened?
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Listen, narrator, I think you're full of shit. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
I don't want eternity.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I refuse to trust you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever.
Right.
Right?
It's not an eternity's worth of nice woodwork. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us out of
I
here?
do. But you're probably not going to like it.
Go down, retrieve the blade, stab yourself in the chest.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Why is it wonderful?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
You're not the boss of me. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
One second. Hey, hey.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but Trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing for at least a little while longer.
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind.
Yes, we do.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
I still haven't figured out happy yet.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
But, what? What? Okay. I will have to do a fresh save where I just go up and stab her and then the game turns itself off.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are? Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
It's gonna be some stabbing.
The blade. We can use the... I can hear everything you say. He's right. Do you hear that? Do you not? There's more for us to do. And the only... Don't you dare... If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Okay. I will.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
You made.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end.
Thump.
Nice note.
This is serious thump. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
More stabbing.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Hey, Cold.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Also, they get points for really excellent sound design.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Hi! Jen, hi, we're playing a spooky game. Consider yourself warned.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
It is progressing. I am having a very long streaming day because I had a programming stream earlier and now we're playing Nvidia games. And I don't know how, like, streamers do this every day because I do not have that kind of fortitude.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What's she doing down there?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
What'd the dog do?
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She's a spooky ghost.
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Why is she still chained to the wall?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
What, are we flirting now? Is that what we're doing?
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Yeah. Stab her. Knife goes in, ectoplasm comes out. Now we're gonna say it. Stab it.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Oh, I must be adorable all the time then.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
I mean, you kind of consented to mutual touching when you came across the room and started rubbing on me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
I mean, there's nowhere else really to go. Wow, that's rude. If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. To be fair, you killed her in cold blood. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time, too. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? We're not going to ask this question, because when you fuck around, you then find out. What do you want from me? That's fair. Slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing. She disappears.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with...
We have one mission. We're committed.
She draws in close.
Are we gonna kiss now?
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together.
Nah.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
Hey now.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Oh, my heart.
Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
She's probably killing the shit out of you right now.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you...
No.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Yeah, she killed you.
A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Absolutely. Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
It's very telltale.
Did we get her?
No.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
I mean, to be fair, whenever a princess crushes my precious organ, not gonna finish that joke. Actually, yeah, everything does go dark, and then I die. That's fair. That's fair. The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I'm with the cheated.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
For anybody who doesn't like spiders, I'm guessing this is going to get spidery.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
This does feel rigged.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
Have you never worked at a corporation before? There's plenty of busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us.
Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
All right, narrator. Time to spill.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over.
Right.
We killed ourselves.
Yep.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because there's nothing else to do.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy.
Which, rude of you, by the way.
Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit. So you killed yourself?
Yeah.
Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
This is some bullshit.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so.
Right.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure, that changes everything.
But you lie. And you cheat.
I mean, he did promise. And you believed him? All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her. Now, wouldn't that be something? It would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this. Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
But you haven't yet to make clear how or why.
Her influence? I
Right.
really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager.
Right.
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
You didn't have to explain the multiple worlds theory to me.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
I have seen a Star Trek before.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves. But he's asking for it.
Right.
Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Right.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. Fair. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. Proceed to the cabin. There's something else we haven't tried. Turn around and leave.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Hey, hey, hey. You're not the boss of me. Alright,
You continue down the path towards
we're going to the cabin.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free.
I do like the cheated. We might listen to him this
Whatever.
time.
You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Yeah, you are not the same narrator.
It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Yep. I got no problem getting on his goddamn nerves. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you... I don't care. We're going.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
Yeah, where's the blade?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of the hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it? Now we're just going to walk up.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
Cold is not wrong.
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror
What
clean.
else she's waiting for us right now, just out of sight, on the other side of that glass.
Pretty high.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, princess, constricts.
Constricts.
Your bones snap.
Ow. I need those.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with a terrifying princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Well, when you commit.
After I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
Definitely seems worse.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
I don't know about all that.
And you?
Ow.
You get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I don't know about all this. This seems like a lot.
I say we let her do it.
Nah.
It's something different.
Nah. Can't be riding me around like a
choice.
Sesame Street puppet.
You always have a choice.
Do we?
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
I mean, you don't need a blade to fight. Though having one of them legs would have been nice.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Fair. Look, we're even now. I killed you and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? No. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here to free you. Or struggle. I'm gonna struggle.
You violently struggle
Ow.
against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
She got me.
It's so easy to make you scream. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I wouldn't want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Listen here, Lollipop. You're gonna have to work for it.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
We flirting again?
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
Right, you did this.
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
That seems, unpleasant.
You're awake, Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
You're not the boss of me.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
To the abyss we go.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
Too late.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
I'm okay with Pyrrhic victories.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
You broke my ankle.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
That doesn't mean we know what's happening.
I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that? He's gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening?
But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance, underneath your feet once more. Memory returns. Yeah, got her.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
Yes, it is.
You don't need to comfort me.
Yeah, you do. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out? Whatever makes you happy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Quote the Raven, shut up, bitch! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay, so we got questions here. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? We're going to start there. I have met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Are you a part of me or are you something else?
No, I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Rude.
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
What is the princess? Did you make her to?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you know that do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Ooh. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? There's so many questions here, and I know I can't ask all of them. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
How am I supposed to destroy an abstract construct? You've called this place a construct. What was it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. that was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with new found clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you are always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Does it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. And while we contemplate how we got here and what we do, I'm going to run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality, and you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them. Were we self-destructive, or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
I am aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together, hand in loving hand. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small. Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down? My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing. And yet you changed regardless. Your perspective widened. Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all that divine confidence. I can help. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Yeah, he really put us through hell, didn't he? Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go? No. I feel like I'm myself again. Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. That's sweet, but unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you. You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back. And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever. Neither do I, but we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you. Yeah, I think it's too late for that, but maybe next time.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Hey, I love you.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. path in the woods. You're here to... You make your way up. A warning. She will... We're not gonna go... Ignore him. The interior of the blade. You take the blade. The door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it... Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so cold. Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No, I'm probably chained. So,
She's unarmed. You lunge forward without him. You feel flesh easily give...
oh, this is it. I'm. Do you actually believe?
It's like she's... Yes, but it's over. But is it over? Yes, exactly. It's with your work done. Why do I feel like you did kill that day, isn't... You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what... What? Everyone is fine. It's... I'm so glad you're keeping... This is what's best for everyone. Time passes. Psst. Really? More happy. Please, shake your... The little voices. Eventually you pass into a blissful...